Name is Lou, Vintage Car Shark, and this is the tribute build of the E30 86 I did for my nephew David in memory of David G. Katana.
Oh, I've actually seen your collection, man. Tell me about this one. This thing seems extremely special.
The car was a tribute build to my nephew who passed away in late 2016. It was currently his car. It was the special build he wanted to do. And I took the car after his passing and I built it exactly the way he wanted to build it. He wanted to get this E30 he's been talking about for a long time. He's jumping in the van with me, we rolling out. He's like, Uncle Lou, I found this car in Texas, man. It's a good price. Can you help me buy it? Can you help me buy it? And I'm gonna give you little by little every week. So I looked at him and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna help you buy the car. In the back of my mind, I was gonna do the car, but he didn't know. I remember that day, all day, he was tight. I remember locating that car online. And at the end of the day, when we riding home in the van, the link showing paid through PayPal.
Wow.
Oh man, he went nuts, man. Oh, Uncle Lou, oh man. I'm like, man, don't hug me, man. Let's just drive. We'll talk about it later.
He didn't really get to finish the bill, right? Because unfortunately, you guys were headed somewhere. You were headed to a show.
We ordered the car. We got a ship from Texas. We received it within a week and a half. The only time David actually saw that car was when the delivery truck showed up to the address at our shop. He actually got in and we pushed it out with him in the car. It was just, we put it away. And it was more of like him creating his build sheet and what he wanted to do to this car. The stories back and forth. I want to use BBSs. I want to do the RSs. I want to do the Vader seats. It was something that he was really big on. And I just wanted to be there to try to support him. I didn't get the opportunity to have him see it and enjoy it in real life, but I know he's looking down and he sees it complete now.
Tell me a little bit about that day. I know you guys, you were detailing your car to take it to a... He was on his way to your house, right?
The 2016 Beamer Fest in South Jersey was going on. You got to bring your car to the show. I remember him telling him earlier that morning, but you got to come by the house. You got to help me wash the car so we could take my car. You better be there. He's like, all right, I'll see you later, Uncle Lou. I called him late, and it was almost like 8:30 p.m. that night. I remember it like yesterday, man. And a clear night, beautiful. He never showed up. I washed the car by myself. I was stressed out like mother. I was like, man, he never got here to help me, and he want to roll with me tomorrow. I'm hot. And I remember it was such a fresh night, cool. And these cars love to ride in that weather, right? I remember my wife was home, my sister-in-law was over at the house, and my daughter was in the house. And I remember I told him, listen, I'm gonna take my car out for a quick spin. And I'll be right back. If Dave shows up, tell him I went around the block a couple times. Just tell him to wait for me here. And I remember pulling out from my house and just normal, rolled the windows down and I drove off, maybe about 3-4 blocks away from my house. I see all these flashing lights and then I see David's bike folded over on the side of the street by the sidewalk. He had special stitching on the seat of skulls. So when I'm driving and it just hit me, he didn't show up. I just remember going as fast as I can, pulling up to that scene area. And I remember the first thing I did was throw my car in neutral, hit the e-brake, opened up the door, and I ran towards the first officer that I could see. And the first thing I asked him was, and he's trying to hold me, relax. And I'm like, nah, where's the kid that's on his bike? He got transported to University in Newark. Jumped in my car, it was blurry, feeling was overwhelming. I get to the house, Barbara, come on, let's go, we gotta get to the hospital. Come on, David got into an accident. We went to University, man. If you ask me how I got there, I don't remember, man. But I felt this crazy weight on me, pushing me, man. I got to the hospital, surgery's going on, doctors coming out, and then it got to the point where the doctors came out, the nurse, and she gave us that nod. And when she gave me that nod, the chills that ran through my body, that was painful, man. The tribute to that car was more of something that I knew he was so excited about. That was everything for him. I had to talk with his mom and his father and listen, David loved this car. He wanted to do this car. I help him purchase it. I'll show you payments and stuff. I took the car, and that's the reason why the E30 is here today. It's always gonna be Dave's E30, man. It's with me. That's a part of him that's with me all the time.